Hello. Today I'm going to talk about my experience trying the Tokyo Smoke Go Bar by Tweed. So this is what the box looks like. It's 10 milligrams of THC in a full chocolate bar. It has 1 milligram of CBD to 10 milligrams of THC. So when I started trying this, I was in a wicked migraine cycle. So I apologize for the video and I apologize for like how upset I was and everything, just because it was like, you can see me at how bad things get sometimes. So I did start on a migraine. It was something that I thought could possibly help with the nausea that I was dealing with, and it really did help. The first trial I did was half a square, because they come in 5 little squares of 2 milligrams each. So I tried half a square at first. I didn't feel anything or have any help at all. I tried 1 square. It took about 40 minutes to kind of kick in-ish until I kind of felt a little bit more hungry than normal, but it didn't do really what I wanted it to, or as much as I wanted it to. So the next one I did, I did 2 full squares, and that actually did help. It gave me a wake high. It didn't make me want to go to sleep, which is helpful because I find a lot of cannabis or cannabis hybrids, sometimes I struggle. If it's an indica hybrid, it'll still put me right to sleep. And I won't be able to really function throughout my day, which is really frustrating when you're trying to do stuff. You have things you have to do even though you're sick, right? So sleeping throughout the whole day kind of sucks for that. So this actually gives you kind of more of an awake high because it's a sativa based. It doesn't give you a dry mouth, which was really cool, because I know a lot of them do, especially from smoking and things like that. Now this is my first edible ever, so I did take it slow, start from the beginning and build my way up to try it, even though I have a fairly high tolerance because of the chronic pain that I deal with and using it so much for chronic pain. I still started small and worked my way up because it's something new for my body and I didn't want to chance it. When you're starting out, it's better to be safe than sorry. So that's what I did. It did help me. It did help me with the nausea it took about an hour for it to fully kick in. And then the nausea kind of really subsided quite a bit, which was nice. And I did get a bit more nauseous and a bit more hungry. Not overly, but it did help. It didn't help with the pain at all because there's only 1 milligram of CBD throughout the whole 5 squares. So it didn't do that much as far as pain relief goes, but it did make me hungry, which is helpful. So if you're looking to gain weight, if you want to just build your appetite or dealing with nausea, if you're looking to gain weight, to build weight, you might want to try this. It might help. It's worth a shot. I got this from the local Choom store because Choom is the closest one in our area, so that's where generally I shop. As far as over the counter cannabis products go, that's where I go because it's the closest. And they've been very nice and very helpful so far. Mind you, this is not an advertisement for Choom. This is just where I get my stuff from. I know there are lots of other dispensaries around, but that's the closest one to me. So this is the Go Bar. It's a Sativa 10 milligram chocolate bar. And you can now see how my trials went.
My mom was over and reminded me about the Go Bar that she got for me. It's the THC sativa. Because I'm still with the migraines, I struggle to keep weight on, so hopefully it'll make me hungry and it'll help me feel like I don't want to constantly vomit. But I'm gonna give it a shot and see how it is. My first edible. by Tokyo Smoke. The THC is 10 milligrams of THC to 1 milligram of CBD. I guess getting into it's helpful. There we go. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of cool. So there's 5 squares. So I have a fairly high tolerance, but I'm still gonna start slow just because I haven't had an edible before. So I'm gonna try half a piece and see what happens. So you can see they come in bars of 4, and I'm gonna break, like, oh, that's kind of funky. They have little, okay, so it says go 2 milligrams THC. So I guess each, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, let me turn the light on so you can see better. But it's like actually in the chocolate, it says 2 milligrams of THC. So I'm gonna try half because a full milligram might be a good amount. Oh, I'm not very good at breaking evenly. So that's kind of half-ish. Maybe the other half in here. So you can see half, another half. Give it a shot and see how it is. It's not as cannabisy, I guess. I don't know how to say that, but it doesn't taste like there's weed in it, which I guess is a good thing. The last little piece of my half a bar, and I have to turn the lights off again because my head's really sore. I can't handle it for too long. It's pretty good though. One of the things that they say is to start slow. So half a bar, or half of a piece of a bar is what I'm starting with. And it's about...
Okay, so today I have, I'm trying the Tokyo Smoke again. I had a half a bar last time, and I didn't really feel any effects on it. I didn't really have any issues either. I guess it helped a bit with my mood and feeling a bit better. I don't think it took away really the pain that I was having as far as migraine and things, but it's not supposed to. It's just supposed to make me hungry and less stressed. So I did eat a fair amount yesterday with it, but today I'm going to try a full square this time. So I have some left. And I'm going to just try 1 square. And today I'm going to actually test. As soon as I finish eating it, I'm going to time it to see how long it takes it to get through my body, or for me to actually start feeling any effects of it. Because I find, for me personally with the oils, it takes at least 3 hours for it to kick into my system, which can kind of be frustrating when you're trying to do things other than just using the CBD.
It's really good chocolate. It doesn't taste like cannabis at all. Kind of somewhere in between a milk and a dark chocolate. It's very creamy, very rich. I'm more of a dark chocolate person, but I feel like a good milk bar. But once again, starting out low with my tests just because I've never done edibles before and I don't know how my body reacts to them. So we're gonna give it a shot. All right, there we go. My timer's gonna start and I'll keep you posted.
Okay, so today I am attempting the Tokyo Smoke Go Bar I've been trying it in increment little bits to see if it will help. And I've had some positive reaction with it as far as effects are going so far. But I must say that I wish there was more, just because I don't find it's doing all that much. So I have been increasing it slowly just in case, because if it's something you've never done or tried before, you go slow and small bits at a time, right? So I have been going slow. So far I've done, I did a half a square, and then I did a full square, and then I did kind of a square and a third. So I have 2 squares left, So each one has 2 milligrams. So I'm gonna try 2 today to see if I get a better help or a bit more help. Do I finish this? Alright, so I'm going to set my timer, see how long I start to feel effects, and I'll keep making notes and keep you posted. So this is my final review of the Tokyo Smoke Go Bar. The Tokyo Go Bar has 10 milligrams of THC, as I've said previously. I really want to talk about what the effects were for me. I have to say I tried this one in like really small increments because it was my first edible and I was really nervous about trying it. So I started with such a small amount. I think this is a learning process for me. So while I've been doing this Go Bar, I've also started a few other products which I will talk about in other videos. But I'm learning 10 milligrams of THC doesn't affect me that much. Because I have such a high tolerance. So going forward, I think I'm going to have to just start diving in and using the whole thing, or at least being more generous with my portions, so that way I can feel the effects quicker and easier, as well as I can give you guys the best recommendations, or as far as the feeling for me. So I got this bar because I wanted to enhance my appetite, because I have such a small appetite as is, and I have been struggling with weight gain, or trying to gain weight. So this was something that I wanted to try over the counter. Overall, I want to say that it tastes phenomenal. It doesn't taste like a lot of the other cannabis edibles, as far as what I've, the research I've read, because this is my first one. I don't have a lot to compare it to, but I will say that it is good chocolate. Just from the sake of it being chocolate, it's pretty good chocolate. So that being said, it's a good eat either way. It did help improve my mood. I was happier. I did have energy, which I lack a lot of the time. So that was really fantastic as well. It did help to bring my energy levels up slightly, and it did help to increase my appetite. I think I need to eat a whole bar for it to actually give me any kind of effects that are worth, I guess, worth me going through the process of eating it. I need more of it in my body, so 10 milligrams seems to be a decent amount, but I do have to eat the full chocolate bar to get the full effect of it. So that's my review as far as mood. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them for you. But this is the Tokyo Smoke Go Bar and my experiences with it.